Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. Hey guys, this is Alex and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I said, hey, why not, let's do like a little chatty, get ready with me, and kind of share some things I feel like I've learned over the past couple years while being in my early 20s. I feel like time has gone by so fast, and while I'm so blessed to have lived the life that I live, I feel like I've learned so many things in my early 20s, and I said, why not share it with you guys? So let's do a little bit of glam together. I'm not going to really go through what the products do and how I like them and stuff. This is all stuff that I use pretty often. I already like. Hold on, sneeze coming. Woo! That was gross. I didn't cover my mouth. Anyway, I feel like I've learned so many cool things in my 20s, and why not just kind of share those reminders with you guys and, you know, give my fellow followers and fellow friends a little boost, you know? So yeah, a lot of the products I'm going to use today is stuff that I already love to wear and use on a regular basis, whether it's going to work, going out with friends, going for a night out. So I'm not going to really go too in-depth about the products, but I will definitely link everything down below. So if you have a question about what something is, how to wear, it's definitely ask me in the comments. But besides that, I'm not going to go too in-depth. Alright guys, let's get into this. If you are interested and ready, make sure to keep watching, like, comment, and subscribe, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a mistress, and let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the Tatcha Silk Primer. I just have the mini one I bought at Sephora, maybe for 20 or so bucks. Sometimes I have a hard time like committing to full-size items if I don't know if I really like it, so I just got the mini one. That's the cool thing about Sephora is you can get a lot of stuff in mini sizes now. So that's another thing. Make sure you get mini sizes if you're not too sure if you like a product. Okay, so first thing I feel like I've really learned over the last few years, and even throughout high school and college, and now like post grad life, is that, y'all, God's timing is everything. You know, and even if you're not a religious person, you know, whether you have some sort of supreme being that you look up to and that you pray to, or that you feel like is up there watching over you, or you're not a religious person at all, I just feel like timing is everything. You know, we think that we know what we want for our lives, but there's just so much bigger out there, and there's so much that can happen for us, and we just gotta let it, you know, go in the right time. And sometimes what we think may be the right time is not the right time for us, and that's totally okay. Something may not work today, but could be great for you in 6 months, a year, a couple more years, like whatever that may look like. So just like know that timing is everything. It is everything. Right now I'm just putting the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This color is probably a little bit too light for me right now because I went to the beach a couple weeks ago and got very dark. I'm all about foundations that are like very skin but better. I find that I don't really like foundations that are too full coverage. I just feel like I don't know, maybe it's the way I apply it, but I just always look super cakey. So yeah, no thank you. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Timing is everything. And that's sometimes a hard lesson to swallow. Like, you're like, you know what, I know what's good for me. Why is it not working out for me? Why did this opportunity not come at this time rather than now? You know. Okay, so second thing is something that I feel like we do a lot and don't even think about that we do it so much, but it's to just stop comparing yourself. And I think with social media just, you know, on and popping now, it's so hard not to compare yourself because you see, you know, beautiful men and women and people living their best lives on vacation. You know, people with big houses and big cars and lots of money and really fabulous relationships and, you know, the perfect family, or I don't know, the perfect dog. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, just everything and anything. You know, you compare yourself to what people are doing, and it ends up hurting you a lot more than you probably think. I would say, you know, it wasn't really until probably the last year or so where I really took the initiative to go through my Instagram and really clean out a lot of the people that I was following. And that was like kind of like a moment for me, because I was like, Alex, you're following really beautiful, skinny, famous influencers, celebrities, and people that look the exact opposite of you, And while that's not a problem at all, I mean, I still follow plenty of like, you know, really great celebrities who are beautiful inside and out, and you know, are just doing the damn thing, which is, you know, not a problem. I don't think, you know, it's a bad thing to follow celebrities and influencers. However, at the same time, it's really important to also follow people that look like you. I felt like over time it was really hurting my self-confidence, because I was like, damn, like, I don't look like that. I don't talk like that. My hair is not that way. My skin's not that way. You know, my body is definitely not that way. And I think that was a really big thing. I realized slowly, like, I was like, I'm not following anybody that looks like myself. And I really like went to the Explore page and just started following really great influencers and content creators and models and celebrities and, you know, executives and people that like really embody who I am as a woman. And I think that kind of changed the whole game for me. You know, while I will still follow a Kardashian or so, let me follow, you know, some really great models too, and, you know, that have curves, that have dips in their hips, that have plenty of cellulite, that have dark skin, you know, and just have like this really incredible story to tell. So I think who you follow on social media and on your blogs and all that stuff, just, it really, 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 really goes a long way. Okay, I'm just like blending my concealer right now. I learned from good old Jackie Aina to let your concealer sit down for a little while. Sit for a little while to really get the most coverage. But I feel like this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop already has so much coverage in it, and it's so drying at the same time. Like, it dries down really, really fast. And I'm, you know, not trying to be here forever, so yeah, I think it looks good. I am in the color Mahogany for the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. Love it. Okay, I think that's enough blending for now. Bottom line, just don't compare yourself to others. And I know that's hard, because I still find myself, even though I follow a lot of people that look like me, I still find myself comparing myself to them. But I'm like, you know what, I am just as beautiful and luscious and thick and wonderful inside and out just as they are. So like, you just have to really remind yourself that every day, even if it means like look in the mirror and being like, bitch, you are fabulous. You know, even if it literally means that, like, go do it, who cares? Okay, next I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty Matchstick and kind of just a really light contour. This contour doesn't show up nearly as dark on me because I got very tan. I think for this I'm going to try just like a stippling brush, since I really don't have too much. So next thing I would say, which kind of goes along with don't compare yourself, is, you know, your shine will come, and just to be patient. You know, sometimes on your timeline, especially like on Facebook, where I feel like it's like the news central capital, like for baby news, for job news, for all that stuff. You know, you hear someone got a new promotion, someone got a new job, someone's moving to a really cool city, you know, someone has a baby, someone's in a new relationship, and here you are on the couch eating donuts, popcorn, and like not living your best life. And of course the goal is to always live your best life, but just also know that, like, you know, your time and your shine will come. It'll come when it's supposed to. And it's really hard to think that way when you are comparing yourself to everybody that's on your timeline. But at the end of the day, just be happy for people and your time will come, and just be patient. You know, you'll see your friends or, you know, family friends or whatever kind of get all these cool things, and you feel like, you know, what's happening in my life? And I felt that way for the longest time. I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what's going on? And I really had to tell myself very, very consistently that my time will come, and, you know, just to be patient. And it's hard to feel that way when you feel like everybody around you is doing so well and is very successful, but like, just count your small blessings and know that your time will come, your shine will come, and people will be rooting for you, and people will be thinking, shit, like, I wish, you know, I was in the cool things that Alex was doing or so-and-so was doing. Like, it'll totally come. So just be patient, and know that people will be rooting for you, you know, when it's your time to shine. Another thing that I've really been taking to heart is to really love on your loved ones. this life we live is incredibly fragile. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how much resources you have, how much access you have. It's just so easy to lose everything at the drop of a hat. And our lives can be taken away from us at any time. And whether that's a car accident, an illness, a sickness of some sort, you know, it could literally be anything. And it terrifies me, and I won't say I won't say it, but I'll say it, that I'm really scared of death, and I'm terrified of the day that I'll get a phone call and say that someone I care about or someone I love is no longer here or is like in a terrible accident. So that's why I feel like I've really learned, especially over the last few years when I like was living in Austin by myself and didn't have family around. They were all in a different state and was really here alone. And I was like, I have to face my fears. I was like, I have to really love on my loved ones. Like, I call my parents and my friends constantly. I'm talking to my parents all the time. Because I just want to know that, you know, when they leave this earth, that like I had a really good time with them. I've learned from them, and I had so many great memories with them that I will cherish forever. And I don't think you can ever prepare for the time that your loved ones won't be around. I don't think you can prepare. I think you can be prepared, but I don't think you can really ever be 100% prepared, and it's terrifying. So just take the time to love on your people, and don't just call people on birthdays and holidays. Like, just, if you're thinking of someone, shoot them a text. If you're thinking of someone, give them a call, or send them a letter, send them a note, send them a DM. Like, I think those really go a long way, and I really try to do my best at doing that, because I don't know who I'm going to lose. I don't know when I'm going to lose them. So might as well show them all the love I can now before it's too late. Okay. I just took my Fenty Beauty powder and put it all in the areas where I highlighted and also get pretty oily, especially in the summer. I will put a good amount of this just because being at work all day, I definitely get oily. So I think it looks good. Next thing I feel like I've really learned over the past few years, especially now that I'm older and I feel like it's harder to make friends, is having a few great friends is key and is totally fine. And honestly, I think is a good thing. You know, I don't think you have to have this long contact list of friends to feel loved, to feel welcome, to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm doing well in life. I think, you know, if you have a handful of friends or even less than that you feel like you can really connect with, really bond with, really kind of share successes, but also scares and fears, is a really good thing. And I don't know. I'm like someone, like, I love people, like I love to meet people and like meet new people and go out and stuff and have a good time, but I'm also so much into my alone time. And so I think even if I had a bunch of friends, I would be hella stressed. I don't know, like being around people is kind of exhausting, even people you like. So I think having just a couple of friends that you can trust, trust is key. And not that I'm out here telling people my deepest, darkest secrets and all my business, but just having somebody you can feel like you can go to, be like, girl, I'm struggling. And they can just listen to you. They don't have to give you the perfect advice, but they can just listen to you and, you know, maybe give you some feedback or just tell you like it is. That's so important. And I also think as you get older, you don't see your friends all the time. And I think you need to have friends that are okay with that. Everybody is busy. We have work. We have bills to pay. We have relationships. We have, you know, side hustles. We have all sorts of stuff, and school, and, you know, everything under the sun. And there's just no way you can really see people every single day now. That's just not going to happen. We're busy. We're busy. Go ahead and put on a little bit of blush. I really like this e.l.f. blush palette. It's just called e.l.f. blush palette. Well, it's in the color dark. I want to say this, I got this like at Walmart or one of those places. I don't focus it too much on the apples of my cheeks, but I kind of like do a little bit there and then disperse it upwards, kind of like alongside my bronzer. And I've learned to like try to kind of push my blush a little bit more up. I feel like I used to put it so far down and it just like didn't look that great with my face shape, and now I kind of put my blush a little bit more up higher on my cheekbone too. so I don't look too rosy down here, like where my contour bronzer should be. Another thing I would say is, you know, just work really, really hard. You know, life is incredibly expensive. Like, I'll go to HEB, my local supermarket, and be like, okay, I'm gonna get a few items, just like stuff for the week. And then I find myself spending like 80 bucks. And I'm like, what did I even buy? Like, what did I even buy? I bought some bread, I bought some fruits, I bought deodorant, mouthwash, a couple like energy bars, salad, and like boom, my total is like so high. And I realize that life is only going to get more expensive from here, so we really, really have to work hard as a young generation, and it's only going to get more tough. There's only going to be more challenges and stipulations against us, especially people of color. And you know, I don't want to find myself in a place where I cannot provide for a family, for kids. I want to be in a decent place. Not a decent place, I want to be in a really good place, and I want to feel comfortable. I think everybody wants to be that way. And it's a lot easier said than done, don't get me wrong, but the least I can do is just try really, really hard and just pray that, you know, I become successful and can really provide for my future family. And I want kids, and I want that really big, beautiful home with like bougie decor. And, you know, girl, well, at the end of the day, I just want to live my best life. I just want to live my best life and take care of people, give back, and just be good. You know what I mean? Just be good. And I know life is not perfect. Life is not perfect at all. But the least I can do is try. I mean, the least we can all do is just try. When I tell you I don't know how to do my eyebrows, I just pray to God they look decent. I'm not kidding. Whew. I love the setting spray, by the way. The Morphe setting spray. It's really good. I think I get it from Ulta. I don't really order from Morphe online. I get a lot of their stuff from Ulta now. I don't know, I kind of feel like playing with some color, but I never play with color, you know? So because I never play with color, I don't know how to play with color, but I want to play with color. I don't know how to play with color. And then I get very nervous to play with color. So I just always end up sticking with my browns. So another thing I feel like is super important to remember in your 20s is it takes a little time before money starts coming in. I think, you know, post-grad life, we think, okay, I got this degree, you know, we're gonna start making 6 figures. Now, for some of you that may be true. However, you know, that's not the case for many, many, many people. But if that's the case for you and you're making hella money, my name is Alex Walker. I'm a great individual. I'm an author, writer, comedian, activist, all the above. No, I'm just kidding. But still, like, you know, it's challenging because, you know, when you realize real quickly that life is hella expensive, it's gonna be time before you start making money. And there may be times where you're struggling and you're leaning on friends for support, leaning on family for support, you know, are nervous about where that next paycheck is gonna come from. I mean, this happens to people every single day. What color do I wanna use? We could do like a reddish brown or something. I don't know. Maybe. And you know, a lot of people, they do, oh my God. A lot of people, you know, I really realized, you know, at the places that I've worked, you know, have multiple jobs. You know, they have their full-time 8 to 5, 9 to 5 job, but they have like a side hustle, you know, to pay those extra bills. And I totally get it. And sometimes it's not because like you're super broke or anything, it's that you just want to have the extra income, the extra padding. And that I totally understand as well. And it's tough because, you know, there's only so many hours in the day. And, you know, you can only do so much and you get burnt out, you get tired. But, you know, just know that by networking and meeting people, sometimes I just hate the word networking because I'm not good at it. I find myself acting so shy and awkward when I have to go like networking events and have to like force conversation with people. But in a lot of cases, in a lot of industries, it's who you know now. Because you think about it, when you apply for jobs, like, who knows how many people have also applied for that job? Whether you find it on, you know, Indeed, some sort of website, or you heard it from a friend, like whatever it is. There's so many people who have most likely applied for that job too, and it's so intimidating to think about because you're like my resume probably looks like so many other people's resume, but that's why, you know, God, I can't see. Excuse me, I just burped. Going to networking events and meeting people and just making yourself uncomfortable can be so valuable because, like I said, it's really who you know in the industry. I want you to know that I have no idea what I'm doing with my eyes. I'm just putting a light reddish color in the crease. It looks like I have nothing in my eyes. Oh, wait. I brought the brightness down just a little bit so you can really see the true color of what I'm doing. But I promise you it's awful. Anyway, yes, like really kind of putting yourself out there, meeting people, you know, it's tough, but you can find a lot of free events online. That's what I did, and that's how, you know, I've gotten jobs in the past. It was not because I necessarily applied for it, it was because I knew somebody on the inside. You can see the ring light. Yo, this is not natural lighting, this is not any bathroom lighting, this is definitely a ring light. Just gonna take a pink shimmery shade color and put it on my lid. I don't know, I think this type of information is so important to share with people because we can all use a reminder. You know, we can all use a reminder like, hey girl, stop comparing yourself. Hey girl, it takes time for stuff to work out. You know, don't kill yourself over this. Life is so short, life is so fragile. And, you know, we just can't waste it on the opinions of others. We really can't, otherwise, you know, we would never get anything done. We would never be successful. We would never do anything good because we're so worried about what other people think. I think I'm just gonna get like a kind of an angled brush and heat it up just a bit. I think I'm gonna take a dark brown and kind of put it here on the outside to darken it up a little bit. Honestly, at the end of the day, this is advice that you've heard from people before. This is nothing revolutionary and groundbreaking, but I think it's important for us to remind one another and to really support our friends and fellow creative people and family members and just people we know that like it's gonna be okay, it's all gonna work out, and you just have to give yourself time. And if you know you believe in a God or some sort of supreme being, you know, keep your faith and know that your time is coming, your time to shine is coming, and don't compare your journey to others. Ooh! That really just spoke to me. Don't compare your journey to others. It's literally not worth it. It's literally not worth it. Like, I did that for the longest time. I was like, oh my gosh, all these people I went to college with are on and popping, successful, living their best lives. What am I doing? And it's like, my time is coming. I just have to be patient and know that, like, timing is everything, and when I'm supposed to be really living my best life to the fullest, it will come. Okay, of course, and last but not least is mascara on the eyes. I feel like I've never found a mascara I really like besides this one, which is the Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Mascara, Fetish Eyes, I think it is. I saw somebody using it on Instagram and her lashes went from like 0 to friggin' 100. And I was like, I have to have this. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for a dark brown lip. And last but not least is a little bit of highlight. I take the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the color Cinnamon and take like a flat brush and just kind of disperse that way it doesn't look like too much. So a little bit goes a long way, and I feel like putting it on this brush specifically, this Real Techniques brush, really kind of helps to give it that look. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope in this video you learned something new, or if you didn't learn anything new, you had some sort of reminder to let you know that it's all going to work out and just be okay. Have your support group, whether that's one friend or 20 friends or a handful of friends. Your family members there to support you. Timing is everything. Work really, really hard, but also remember to play really, really hard too. It's all gonna work out just fine. I feel like this is probably the best times of our lives, so we have to really enjoy it, really cherish every single day, and I think it'll all work out for us. Well, I wish you all the best. Have a great rest of your week, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.